it doesn't diminish. It's tremendous fun. So success is getting what you want, and happiness is wanting what you get. Well, I don't know which one applies in this case, but I do know that I wouldn't be doing anything else. I do advise you, when you go out to work, go to work for an organization you admire, people you admire, because it will turn you on.
You saw what Skylar said? He's working today and tomorrow. Be back Wednesday.
Working, huh?
He got like a 2-day job at Amazon or something. Like 10-hour shifts delivering for Amazon twice a week. But he was supposed to do it Saturday and Sunday. I don't know what. Maybe he's doing like a training today.
Finding your circle of competence is the most important aspect of investing. It's not how large your circle is. You don't have to be an expert on everything. But knowing the perimeter of that circle, of what you know and what you don't know is, and staying inside of it is all important.
Yeah, market's moving here.
It gets into behaving in a rational manner. It's not getting in your own way. As I say, everybody here has the absolutely to do anything I do and much beyond.
All right, man. Yes. Hey, guys, welcome back to the channel. Peters Report. Hope everybody's doing well. Doing the market check-in here on Monday, as always. Live trading, day trading, swing trading. Trying to get some dividends. I got some dividends last week. Did you get some dividends last week?
Yeah.
It was a good week, huh?
Yeah, between Defiance and Yield Max.
Yeah, those are nice. I kind of get what's up, Michael? What's up? I kind of get bored now with the other dividends.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Campbell's gave me $40.
Yeah. That's what I was
bro.
saying. Your dividends got way bigger now. Like they're almost 1,000 compared to like seeing Campbell's and shit like that.
Yeah, you know how much Campbell's you got to have? You would need like probably 100 grand of that stock to get $1,000 dividend. I don't know. Yeah, you would actually, because I think it pays around 4%. So 1% a quarter. If you had 100 grand, you get about $1,000 every quarter. So 100 grand in there. I mean, wow, that would take a lot. That would be a lot, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Those dividends are addictive. Hopefully they stay with us. Sometimes they feel too good to be true.
Yeah.
There's an old saying, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. But the problem with that saying is it keeps you out of cool new things. You got to be careful with that saying. Pulling up the news here. I know last night we were talking about some interesting things. I don't know if you saw where I texted you and showed that one area of Helen, was it South Carolina?
West North Carolina. Like West North Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah, I may be saying the wrong area. I think everybody knows where the Spruce Pine. These are Appalachian towns up in there. I used to be kind of obsessed with that area because I wanted to walk the Appalachian Trail. I wanted to run it actually, but so I was like looking at different towns. They had hotels and you could just stay there and then literally walk out the hotel and start running or walking. And because I didn't want to camp in the wood part, I did that enough. Especially if you're running all day or running, you don't want to lay on the ground. Like you want to shower, get in a bed. But there's hotels. There's these towns all up through Appalachian Mountains and the Appalachian Trail where you can just jump off, get on the trail. Anyway, Spruce Pine, that's a town up there. I think I was telling you they have quartz mines up there. I didn't even think about this. Well, those quartz are mined for like AMD chips, circuit boards, and all that kind of stuff. These places are destroyed.
And then the same thing with the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like a manufacturer of like IV fluids that delivers them to like all the main hospitals around there. It's destroyed.
I think that it was called Baxter International Factory. That's the lady that does research for me. Brought me a whole printout, and I'm like, "What is this shit?" And it was like, and I'm like, she was talking about quartz mines, and I'm like, I don't care about quartz. I did not know. I don't know. I didn't know that they use quartz in computers. I mean, I guess that makes sense as a conductor, or I don't know. But it says by some estimates, spruce pine accounts for 70% of the high quality quartz needed to produce pure silicon used to make the most advanced chips. These chips are needed for AI. On top of that, the single company in Taiwan, TSMC, manufactures the majority of these chips. And now the disaster in spruce pine has drawn attention to how fragile global shipping supply may be. Well, I think we already knew that, right? Let me see. We already knew that it was pretty fragile. I'm day trading while reading the news here, and I'm long. Let's take that down. I kind of I closed. I guess I did make some. I guess. Well, yeah. This was Friday's close, right?
I don't think so. Wasn't that your extended hours?
This doesn't have extended on.
No, I see the time. Okay.
So I closed my short for a profit, it looks like. And then I got long. So here's my anchor point. Here's my entry.
So are you gonna green and go in 20 minutes?
I should take my 500 and call it, man. I don't know why everybody works for jobs all day when you could just trade. Michael said Gerald loves a red open. Yeah, especially since I was short. Then I covered the short. Now I'm long. So such a remote area. I do find it odd that there's not a lot of information on TV right now about the flooding. You have to get on YouTube to see it.
Oh yeah, from what I heard, they're not showing it on the news and they're not helping the people.
Yeah, they're literally telling people not to go in, not to help people. Now that's cool if you have a big plan. You know what I mean? Like if you're there helping folks.
Yeah, it's just weird. All of a sudden there's a major hurricane. They're not helping like usual.
Right. Well, I don't think they help much at all anyway. I think if you're going to need the government, or if you're going to stand out on the street saying, why aren't they helping us? Bro, you lost before the storm hit. They are not going to help you. Don't expect them to help you. No one is coming to help you. That's kind of my thought on every storm. That's why I have 12,000 rounds in assault rifles and body armor at my house and night vision. I'm going to help myself.
Yeah. And then we got another one coming.
Dude. Isn't it cool though? Money's in digital form because you could just get in a car and your margin account dividends would be hitting, and you could just say, you know what? I'd like to go on. We should go on vacation right now. And instead of staying there and freaking out, you just go on vacation. And then you come back after you've enjoyed your vacation and clean up. That would be a better way than standing on the street begging for help.
Yeah.
Just saying. Now some of them are stuck up there. What made me
it's just a shame because they're not used to hurricanes there, you know?
Oh, it's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, well, if you saw, I did a short yesterday, and in 1919, this same area was a complete flood, wiped it out. Wow. If you go look, there's because the Biltmore estate is there. Very rich man built this big estate there.
Yeah, we have a Biltmore hotel here. I don't know if it's the same thing.
Same family. This is one of the old.
We have a Biltmore here.
Yeah, like the Carnegies. It was one of the old rich families. Now the good thing is his place is just fine. It's built up on a hill in the area, and it was one of the few things in the area not destroyed. So the rich guy goes, looks around, think I'll build it up on the top of that hill. So sad but true. Let's see. Let me pull this back up. Let's check in on where the NASDAQ and them opened. Stocks are at an all-time high. I don't know if your win came up the same as mine. There were a few gray ones in there.
Yeah, mine was the same as yours. I just put gold first, but other than that, we had them in the same order.
Okay, yeah, and that I almost did too, and it's just like, well, where is GLD? Yeah, pretty close, huh? GLD looks like it wants to roll over to me. I'm selling down some of my shares here. Looks like it wants to roll over, but we got the 5 EMAs at 244 and the 10s at 244.15. So technically it's still a worse price. No, price is below the 5. So looks like it's a stage 3, huh?
Yeah.
That's gold. Check the Dow. The Dow's still above the 5 as of right now. So, interesting.
Yeah, the Dow closed on Friday with a record high.
Oh, it was a record high closing, huh? Yeah, they must be counting just the closing because it looks like it did push up higher, but came back down.
Yeah, they're just counting the close.
Yeah. That's interesting. So Kramer made a good point today. I know a lot of people don't like Kramer, but he made a good point about there's a lot of negativity in the stock market and that a lot of these things that people are focused on have nothing to do with the actual companies, you know? People are fretting about the Federal Reserve. It's going to be 0.25 or half a point basis cut, you know, things like that. But that doesn't go ahead.
What I was reading on Barron's, it sounded like they were making it sound like investors weren't scared anymore.
Right.
After the whole September scary thing that they had. Like
yeah,
now,
I don't know why anybody's scared about anything. The money flow says very clearly that prices go up. And everybody that's on this live knows what I'm talking about. That since they've met me, I've been telling you stock market goes up. And the stock market's at all-time highs, right?
Yeah, and then the jobs are good. Apparently the inflation's going down.
Right.
Interest rates are going down. If the interest rates go down, then the bond yields go down.
Yep.
So, or the bond yields go.
Well, if
the
TLT
prices of the bond goes down and the yields go up because the price.
Right. So you can go watch the TLT. If the TLT is going up, then you know interest rates are going down. Well, and there's a short-term window, so that some of this stuff takes a minute to adjust, you know. It's not an instantaneous. Let's see if this holds up here, man. Trying to. Well, anyway, Kramer was saying that you know people they're too worried about what's going on in the Middle East, too worried about interest rate cuts. Who's going to be the next president? And I don't know if you know this, but that really will not affect the sales of AT&T. Do you think anybody's going to buy less Campbell soup because who's the president?
Did you get out?
No, I'm short.
Oh.
I'm the greatest trader alive. I already told you that. I already told myself that too. Where's Eddie? Michael. Yeah, since Michael's been here, he said I rode down through Blue Ridge Parkway on my way down to Charleston just before Helena went through. All the roads are closed. Yes, they are. Now, as long as I've known Michael, I told Michael that stocks only go up. Stock market was a lot lower when Michael met me. I think I'm right. Stocks only go up, guys. David, Clarity. But Clarity, he probably got scared out when the growth crash happened. I noticed a lot of the wealth squad got scared out. These guys all ran. But stocks just go up, man. So Clarity's in the S Dow.
Are you still short?
I'm long now. So I shouldn't be. I'm just playing this little bounce. I think we're right back in the box is what is happening here. So if we get back into the box here, I close my shorts at the open, play a little bit of a long. I made about $40 on that. Now I'm long again. So we'll just let this. It's a lot of pressure being the greatest trader alive. Let's see. Oh, this week we got some stuff coming down the pipe, man. We got the U.S. consumer prices. It's the consumer price index, so CPI. That's a big deal. Next week, we'll give investors another snapshot at the economy. Stronger than expected number on the heels of Friday's job data could further curtail expectations of how much the Federal Reserve will cut. So you know what that'll start to mean is good news becomes bad news. That's always fun.
Wow.
Because if it's good news, they don't need to cut, right? So we may get into a situation where the market only goes up on bad news. And that I hate that. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
But that's how people, they're going to be, God, we're still the 5 minutes still on a downturn here.
Yeah.
So I think I jumped the gun. I was getting a little excited.
I mean, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. So we'll see. I'm going to keep my position small today.
I know.
I'm just messing with you, Clarity. Clarity always thinks everything's about him. If you're talking, you must be talking about him. That's the way stand-up comedians are, because they're always on stage, so they assume everything is about them. It's not about you, Clarity. There's other people here. I'm just fucking with him. I'm working on my comedy bits, though. I've got a few to share with him. I was going to tell you, Clarity, one of the things I've been doing to practice my bits is I go to a bar where no one knows me, and then I look for a reason to interject and talk, and then I drop my comedy on them. It's kind of fun when they laugh, though. It's kind of addictive. Kind of like dividends. Kramer says 10 things to watch. It's not really Kramer that writes this, so I like to read it. Wall Street's looking for a lower open. That's why I was short going into Friday. I figured we would have a open down. This week, Monday morning, the 10-year Treasury topped 4%. That sucks. A lot of people don't know this, so I'm going to give you something you might not know right now. Let's see. What is the... Did I take it off of the wind? What is the... Somebody in the comments probably knows. The 10-year Treasury.
Let me look.
You know what offhand?
10-year? TNX?
Yeah, I used to have... Yeah, is it TNX?
TNX?
It's dollar sign.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's...
Yeah, TNX. Yeah, so... Yeah, wow.
So this would be the price is going up, but the yield is going down.
Yeah, so this is a 10-year. So a lot of institutions will peg, they will peg, and then they add 3% to whatever the prime rate is. They add not prime. I'm saying it wrong there. I got morning brain, but they're usually benchmarking something, and it's called SOFA, whatever the new one is. It used to be the LIBOR rate. So whatever the LIBOR rate was, and the LIBOR rate was a combination of a couple things. And whatever that rate was, institutions would add between 3.5%, 4% to it. So if you were getting, quote, prime or the best rate, it would be whatever they borrow at, and then a little bit on top. Yeah. Let's see. But bonds, everything runs inverse. Ooh, not looking good here.
Nah. Right. So if the stock market's going up, theoretically, the bond price should go down.
Should go down.
But then wouldn't the yield go up because the price went down?
Yes, but there's a line there, there's a balance. It's not an exact.
Okay.
Correlation, because you obviously need the banks earning money. If the banks aren't earning money and there's not lending going on, there's not activity, then it doesn't really matter what the rates are, right?
Right.
So we'll see. CPI is important. We'll see what that. But yeah, bond yields are creeping higher. We continue to watch for Israel's response to Iran. That reminds me, let's check oil.
Adobe's still not above the 5.
No?
Nah.
So Adobe was one of our stock picks of the week.
No rush.
No rush here, because we said, hey, if it doesn't get above the 5, there's no reason to jump in.
And the RSI on the 14-day didn't go extreme, and it has before, so it's still good.
That's a big signal, right? That was the reason for our caution is the RSI still had room to the downside. You know, I'm a little more quickly to maybe jump in if it was on extreme, but it's not.
Yeah, and it's not that far below the 200.
And if you look on Adobe, there's some support just a little bit lower, right around in this area, which would definitely probably put the RSI
Extreme.
extreme. That's what I'm thinking. That's Adobe. Still waiting for it to get above the 5. The 5's at 505, so I don't think there's any rush right now. Come on, man. Look at this ENVX.
Keeps going.
It just keeps going up. I think we got filled at, I got in around 890, 899. I think I even bought some a little bit over $9. I was hoping we had more time, to be honest. We got one little dip. Pull this up. We got one little dip.
Yeah, it gave us a little chance that one day.
And then that was it. I actually think I heard Radiant saying she was adding.
Radiance did post it. She was like, "Oh, ENVX is giving us another chance to add." It was that day.
Yeah.
And then the next day it broke out 20%.
They say it broke out. But maybe some people were, I'm too busy to be in Discord. I'm so important in the world.
Oh yeah, she did call it, and then bam, the next day.
Boom. Let's see. You full-time moving to New Orleans? No, man. I'm a full-time resident of the world, baby. No, I'm not going to live full-time in New Orleans. I'm a man that needs 3 houses. My mind, my prosperity level's at a level I can't just have one house like everybody else. All you guys living in your broke worlds. I need like 3 houses, 4 houses, man, 5. Because then I can just change my mood. I could just change the weather if I want.
Yeah, you're not trapped.
You're not trapped. Just change the weather.
Well, I mean,
That's
you're never
my
trapped,
goal.
but you don't have to pay to go rent something.
Yeah, that's my goal. It's kind of ridiculous. But at a certain point, you know, for me anyway, I'm trying to get rich enough that I can just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I just don't care what it costs.
You don't need, you just bring your backpack and you got all your stuff at the house.
All I wear is MFG hats anyway, so I don't spend a lot of money, man. So it's other than on houses and stuff, you know, which can be a problem if you get house poor. You know, I'm kind of house poor right now. I own 17 houses, 7 of them are empty. So, you know, but you can't have choices if you're out buying cars and shit and vacations. Some people spend a lot of time on cars and vacations. And then you don't even remember. You're probably going to get Alzheimer's. You won't even remember the vacation.
Yeah, like whenever I'm on vacation, each day I write down what I did because
you don't remember.
By the time you get home, you don't even remember, let alone in 6 months.
Right.
I literally have to write it down.
Yeah. And you're not even old yet. Wait till you get to be 50. You won't remember. I can't remember. I mean, I remember very few.
And especially if you travel a lot.
But I remember this moment right here where I'm broke. If you're broke, you're going to remember that moment for sure. So something to keep in mind, guys, is you blow all your money and give up on your hopes and dreams because you spend your time on vacation, on your fat butt relaxing. The good thing is now they've got drugs for that, though. Like now you can just give yourself injections and you'll lose weight. You don't even have to put any effort into it. We were talking about that before we came on, all these obesity drugs. I mean, people are going to make money on them, man, but I just feel like in 10 years, 5 years, you're going to see the commercial. Did you take the drug, blah, blah, blah?
Yeah.
There's a class action lawsuit you can get on. And then you're still going to be fat, though.
Yeah, it's just like too early.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then now they're just being like overly prescribed, I feel like.
Yeah, anybody that wants it. That's crazy. Who's in the background there? Who's the little trader?
2 dogs?
Yeah. I know. What's their name? They have names?
Yeah, the girl's Amelia and the boy's Marco.
What would have been cool if you just said dog 1 and 2?
Yeah, dog 1 and 2.
This is
Frenchie
dog
1
one.
and Frenchie 2.
All right, I'm back in. I don't know if you are.
I'm back in. Yeah.
This is dog 1 and dog 2. Little dog and big dog. So we got a money flow setup here, and if you guys notice exactly where it stopped.
Here's dog 1. He's stinky.
No. Hold on, let me pull him up. Let's see. There we go. Oh,
Dog 1, guys.
That's dog 1. He's being all nice.
Yeah. He's a mommy's boy.
Is that what that is? He wanted to be with you?
Yeah.
He looks happy as can be. He's like, Thea, all you had to do was invite me on.
Yeah, they know T.O. Gerald and the money flow. They're getting there.
They're getting there. Oh, speaking of
Frenchie that died knew you really well.
That's the I was gonna say Chewy.
Yeah, we check Chewy stock every morning, me and the pups.
There's Chewy. And the one that I put on the board today as a spec play is Bark. But it looks like it's turning down right now. So we'll see. If you're day trading right now, the 5-minute exponential looks like it's about to go flat. And I noticed so far today the 3 trades to the long side I've taken, I shouldn't have taken, to be honest.
Yeah, you're kind of just playing the bar. Like if you got in at 755 and selling the top of the bar, the next bar.
It has not told us to go long yet.
No, I've gotten in and out a bunch of times.
Yeah, so I shouldn't even have been in. I told myself this week, I already told myself that I was gonna follow.
Yeah, we shouldn't have been in this whole time.
I know. But it stopped right at support here. That's what I was looking at.
Here's dog 2.
Oh, we got a second dog?
Yeah. The boy's getting jealous.
Uh-oh. Yeah, so another pet stock is Bark. I put some on the board. If you guys go check out my board, if you go, the newsletter is up. Did we send an email out last night?
Yeah.
I must have missed it. Did they go out late?
Yeah, like 1:10.
Okay.
My time.
I haven't seen it yet then. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, I'm sure you do. If you go to page 4, I have an ongoing trading log. This is a delayed time. Obviously, if you're in Discord with us or on my text alerts, I send it out in real time. I'm trying to think of some things that I didn't change much this week in the Chevron hit the target, the B&B target.
It's ConocoPhillips and CVS too.
CVS did as well. Let's see. Oh, I didn't finish the newsletter.
Did you go to bed early last night?
I was saying I don't think I uploaded the latest version here.
You went to bed early?
No, I thought I had it. I guess I just didn't click the upload button. Most of it is correct in here.
Oh, now I got a breakout.
Yeah, I'm in. QQQ. Trying to think. Some of this stuff it always stays the same. Yeah, I just realized I got some of my alignment off here too. Let's see. Oh, option income fund. See, I changed it and I didn't right here. Shit, I got some work to do this morning. Or I just didn't upload the latest version.
I think it's that.
So let's see. I thought I was pretty much done. Let's check OLU. It's our new latest. Oh,
Damn.
look. You see where it stopped?
Right at the 200.
Yeah, man. If this thing goes doji today. Damn. I don't know. It's still above the 5, right? Way above the 5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't guess there's any reason to get out or anything. We still haven't even hit the RSI, but let's check the USO. That's the most important. Yeah, USO obviously broke through that.
Mm-hmm.
But it stopped here. Look at this. It stopped here, here.
I think oil was honestly looking pretty bad until the Middle East thing. I think that was the catalyst for last week for jumping.
Right. So if that,
Other than that, oil wasn't like really moving.
so we still have this kind of sloping down. Now you could say we just broke out of it though, you know,
Yeah.
but
But I feel like it was because of the catalyst last week. But
yeah, I mean, yeah, if we go
I don't
doji,
know. I don't know if it was gonna do that anyways.
if we go doji, man, it might not hurt to take half of this off. I don't know. So we might look at taking some of this down. Chevron's already hit its target. CVS, which is not an oil play, but it banged the 200. This was on the whiteboard forever. Yeah, this was an easy one. Adding. If you added on all these stage threes, look at that explosion. I mean,
Yeah.
you could easily be back in the green on this. It says we continue to watch for Israel's response to Iran's missile attack last week. U.S. oil prices pushed another 2% higher on Monday to around 76 per barrel. So let's check Brent. That's from over the weekend. It's at 70. On Friday, it closed at 78 a barrel for Brent. A lot of people don't notice there's a couple different types of oil in the world.
Crude oil.
Crude oil, yeah. And then there's different. Don't they call it sweet or something? I used to really be up on this. I used to really read a lot of books on how they frack and how they get it out of the ground. Tons of downgrades to start the week. Let's see. Wells Fargo downgraded Amazon to shocking hold equivalent and cut its price target to 183 from 225. Wow. Wow. So they're putting it at fair value. We're breaking out now.
Yeah.
Thank you. U.S. job growth accelerated in September. What was it? It was like 250,000 jobs, or maybe like 2,000. Yeah. Yeah, it was like 250,000 new hires. And then the unemployment rate slipped to 4.1%. Of course, that's obviously not necessarily completely real numbers.
Mm-hmm.
They do kind of, like everybody does, they kind of fib a little. Whenever, yeah, was it 100,000 over? Whenever, let's see, I'm trying to look at this thing.
Yeah, me too.
Whenever you ask someone their net worth, I then always ask them to extract their home from it.
Yeah, you told me to do that because I was including the mortgage.
Yeah, the reason I say that, it's not that it's not part of it. It's not that it's not important. It is part of your net worth. I think it gives people a false sense of how much money they have invested. It's like you're going to need a home, so you're always going to have some of your money tied up in a home. But it's how much money do you have invested that's bringing you back money. And so, yeah, you won't even include it. And then once you get out of, but then at a certain point, so I usually have what is my net worth? And then what is my investable net worth? And it's like, how much do I have actually invested in the markets making money?
Yeah, because like you told me not to include the mortgage like as a liability, but like I also calculate my house equity.
Sure.
So that's why I was like, if I'm calculating the equity in the house, shouldn't I put the debt as well?
You should, but the point of these numbers is
to see where you're at minus your personal home.
Right, to see where you're at, right? And
Okay.
it's like, okay, how much do I actually own?
So
then, yeah, we want to look at
would you even include your house in the, if let's say your house is
I don't anymore.
Okay,
I don't anymore.
Yeah, just take it out.
I don't. But a real, if you went to a bank, obviously they're going to want to know that, and that is actually your equity. I just think people get a false sense. Oh, I'm a millionaire, and it's like, oh, you have $1 million invested outside of your home in the markets making you money. No. So what, and a guy retires, quote, a millionaire, but half of it's in his home. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to me, that's
Unless
fine.
the house
And
is paid off, like maybe.
right. And it is like my home here is paid off. Worth, I don't know. I live in a small Texas town, so it's not that expensive. But and then my beach condo, all these things are paid off, but they're not making me any money necessarily. I try to make them make me money though,
But
man.
they
Like
appreciate.
they do. They are part of it. It's just I think sometimes it can give people a false sense of how well they're doing.
Or bad, yeah.
Or how bad. I was hoping we were going to run up to the 70.
20.
Yeah. Was it 7120? Is that where we're looking?
2120. Yeah, at least 7123.
Oh, looks like I may have to bail out here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm out. I can't ride no red bars anymore.
Yeah, I'm only down 400 right now. A couple of minutes ago, I was down 800.
There you go. But you're trading big share size.
Yeah, sometimes I have 1,000 or 1,200.
Right. So I was thinking this week for fun, you should, I don't know how often have you dropped to where you're just trading 500 shares?
I've done that.
Yeah.
It's just the same as 1,000, just cut it in half. Like right now, I could have been doing 500 because we were on live and the 5-minute was against us.
Yeah, we shouldn't have been in those at all.
I know. And I was just.
But when you get going, sometimes it's hard, especially when I'm live. I just see the breakout coming.
Yeah, I just didn't. I just rather see the loss. Get used to seeing it.
Yeah, I actually I know this sounds crazy. I prefer to start off with loss. I trade better when I'm down than
the other day I started because I held my shares over, and then by the time I logged on, it was like 3 minutes into it, and I was down 1,300.
See, I think that's funny. A lot of people oh, it's like, shut up.
I instantly felt stressed, honestly, and then I ended up being up $90, and I was just so stressed out, and I was like, I'm gonna stop for the day, but I kept going.
Yeah, but think of that, how much that run that you made back.
Yeah.
That shows you the possibility that you.
But it's like I don't know, because it's like when you're in a hole, you're trading kind of more aggressive.
Right, that is the real you. See, the real you, I believe this, is when you're up against the corner, everything is going against you, and yet you fight through it. That is the you should be using every day.
Yeah, because
that
it's
aggressive, pissed off. I'm getting that's how you see. That's how I trade.
Yeah.
Fuck this owes me. I'm always pissed at the market.
I was just stressed. Like I wasn't like freaking out. It was just more internal stress.
Yeah, and it's okay.
Obviously, it's paper. But then when I got out of it and I was positive, I was like, okay, that's like almost $1,400 move.
Yeah,
It's like,
and then you're like, what was I pissed about? I mean, I just used my skills to get right back. So I think that's good for people. I think it's good for Sam to be where she is. Right? You should be pissed all day. If you're not mad, you're probably not trading.
Yeah, or it's just going straight up.
Right, and then you act like you did something. That's easy trading, right? I mean, you should feel guilty.
Like that GameStop day or the day when the TQ kept going up where the RSI is extreme and you're just buying to get in and it's still just going straight up.
And then there's people who will just watch it because, well, it's already gone. It's like, dude, click the button.
Yeah.
You can get in and get out on the next bar. Click the button. I don't know. Go after it today. Make you set the tone for the week. That's it. Set tone. Crude ranges, light sweet, dark to sour. There you go. I couldn't remember all the term. I got DJ's. It's Trump's app. It's going way up. I don't know. If Trump doesn't win the presidency, I think his media thing is that media. I've tried looking into it. It doesn't make any money. So I am.
It's only going to be if he wins.
Right. I am back in because we are on, we are on a positive note. I am limiting my share size this week.
You say that every week, though.
I know. I say that every week, and I literally just went over my share size. Only 50 shares, though. So what else was I looking at here? AMD. I saw a lot of people putting out that AMD's a buy, and it's like, yeah, no shit, dude. We've been all over that. AMDL.
That's fast.
I know. It's just anybody telling you to buy this now is like,
I thought you were saying people in Discord were saying to buy
oh
it now.
no, not our people. Yeah, we would have to kick you out. The once the RSI is over 60 and this thing is, unless you're just saying, look, I'm getting in, and if it breaks this bar right here, I'm getting out, I might condone that. You're just trying to catch a ride. But you see what happens when you buy. That's the number one mistake, is people buy a stock that's already run. And that's just because they're chasing stuff.
And then, you realize that, because on the daily chart, you're like, why would anyone do that? But then on the 1 minute chart, you're like, oh shit, I'm actually doing what they're doing now.
Yeah, except we're getting out at the end of the day, or we're not playing.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like within each trade, like see the fear and greed. Like on a daily, I doubt no one in the money flow gang is getting in on AMD right now, but the news might say get in.
Right.
When you do the 1 minute chart and you have to move fast, sometimes you're buying when you're selling. You should be selling and selling when you're buying, so you see the real fear and greed.
And you can get caught up like that, where I know you've done this. We've all done this, where it's like you click it and then it literally goes the opposite way the next bar.
Yeah.
So then I get out and I try to short it, because it is now a short. The 5 minutes pointing down, right? So then you short it and it turns right around and goes back up, and then you're like, damn. And then you get bust out of your short. So then you try to get long, and the RSI is already past 60. And yeah. So when you ever catch yourself, like, the best thing to do is just step back and ask yourself, what side am I playing today? And then wait on good setups. You don't need to play every move.
I think I'm always doing the long side.
Yeah, you are doing long side, because usually when I say I'm short or you short, you're out of the trade. Which is what you should be if I'm short, if you're playing the long side, right?
Yeah.
I'm up a couple hundred, or no, a little over $100 right now on this trade.
On this trade, I'm up to 30.
There you go. Yeah, because you're trading
1,100.
Yeah, so a little more than I am, about 2 times more. I'm in 400 shares. I was going to limit myself to 300 this week, but I've already broken the trading rules twice, and I'm up too much on. So, and of course, it's paying me right now, so all fucking rules are out the window today.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will do that for fun. I think I told you on Friday. Sometimes I experiment. I don't think people should experiment until you put in some solid time following a strategy and using the rules and doing what you're supposed to do. I don't think you need to spend a lot of time experimenting until you know you can follow a strategy. But the other day, I was going long and short at the same time. Now you might think, well, why the hell would you do that? Well, as we were creeping into the stage 3, as I would sell off, I'd start to build a short position. And I just kept doing that. It was weird. I don't, that's not an actual winning strategy, by the way. But it worked really well on Friday. I was literally closing the one, riding the other down, closing it, putting the long back on. I was just sitting there weighting it back and forth based on the 5. I was just playing with this idea. Wish I was a programmer. I would have sat and played with that. I'm sure I just got lucky with the flow, and it was kind of off instinct too. I'm like, oh, okay, here's my 3. Now we're going to come down. I got a little lucky probably.
Yeah, like whenever you said to like reduce the share size, like I get it, but I haven't been doing it just because I'm trading paper.
Yeah.
So like I want to just put, like last week I had 2 red days, and one was really bad, but the next day I still didn't reduce the share size or quit. And then the next day was pretty bad. I still didn't quit. I still finished green though. It was just me being hard on myself.
Right. Yeah, you can be in the green and have traded terrible. Because you get saved by the last run, right?
Yeah, so I still close like up 200 something.
Right. And most people say, oh, that was a good day. No, it's not. Not if you should have been up 2,000.
Yeah, or not if you've been up 800.
Right.
You've lost it a couple times, got it back.
And we've gone around and around about this stuff. Do you, the green and go concept?
Like if you have something to do, it sounds good.
It sounds good, but guys, I mean, at the end of the day, you're not ever going to be a great professional trader who looks for reasons to trade less. I know there's a lot of content out there about this, telling people to trade less. I think they're I don't know. In the beginning, I think you need to trade more and you need to be really stressed. You might find your time frames. I think you can. If you have other things going, that's the only way that's going to work, right? If you had to feed
Yeah.
your family from trading, there's no strategy where you trade less. That's not a thing. You got 6.5 hours to make money. It's only 6.5 hours, but you may just have a strategy that takes too many trades during the day. Because what if you only get 1 or 2 trades a day on your strategy, and you're just sitting there waiting for them to happen? Well, during that time you're working on other things, I hope,
Yeah.
while you're waiting.
But it's like the 1 minute you can like learn how to play the bar or the channel. Like there's always something going on. Even if it's not a break, like on a run, you can still play the channel or learn how to play the bar.
And you're only going to learn that from sitting in the seat and seeing it happen. Because I didn't talk to you much about the channels, did I? And then
No.
you started just seeing the obvious. Well,
Yeah, like
once I can identify it, right?
if it's going sideways, you could just buy when it's below the 20. When it goes up,
Yeah.
scalp it, get out, goes back down, get back in, scalp it. If it's just gonna keep going sideways,
Right.
you
I
just
don't
scalp.
teach everything I do, because what happens is the new students that are learning to trade then begin to implement these advanced strategies without having really mastered the basics.
And then it's like, even if you did master the basics, you're like almost starting over when you day trade, because you have to move fast and press buttons, and then you got to learn the nuances of the money flow that are specifically for day trading.
Yes, and there are just some slight variations. I have 5 different strategies that I do with inside the money flow. And one of them would be dividends. And now we've added the 5th one, the margin, what we're doing with margin, the dividends on that it's just shocking. It's shocking to me. How come Michael's not in our margin thing? I guess he doesn't like making lots of free money. It seems like a lot of people don't like to have lots of just free money. Like
maybe they're like me when you first told me I wasn't mentally ready, or I couldn't see it.
That's everyone. Everyone I explain it to looks at me and goes, "Yeah," and then they move on. And then they start seeing all my dividends that I'm showing them, and I'm like, "Yeah, bro."
Yeah, like how long were you talking about the margin income thing before I got my account in July? Yeah,
Right.
I think you were doing it for at least 6 months already.
And I started doing it at least 3 or 4 months before I mentioned it to anybody in Discord. And you got to be able to do that. If you're experimenting with things, don't tell me about it until you've put time in experimenting with it. Sit there and play with it. And, that's what I did. Your boy's walking around there with Tia. Oh, you got them both in there now.
Yeah, they're both here. They're both with me.
Yeah. So, and it's okay to experiment with things. Like I've been experimenting with holding 3x funds, because all my life I've been told you can't hold 3x leverage funds on the way down, because on the way down, the erosion. And I've heard this and I've heard this, and it's like, you know what? I don't actually know that's true, because I've never done it myself. And so now I've been almost 3 years now. I'm out. Almost 3 years I've been holding them, and I'm beating
the 5
market.
minute looks like we might need to get back in soon on the 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. Look, it's about to break out. See this, guys? MACD histogram's moving up. TSI is about to cross. They may say, why did we just get out? Because
we took our profit.
So stage 1, 2, and then possibly a 3. Now, if it clicks back up, just be ready to go. Matter of fact, I'm only going to do 1/4 of my normal. So there was stage 1, stage 2.
I'm already in.
Are you back in already? My
Yeah.
shit not updating or something?
I got in at 725 because it broke the 5.
See, I'm not even showing that it's done that yet. Huh. Oh, there you go. Wow.
Now I just see a doji. And then the 200's right there too.
Yeah. So I'm back in as well.
I'm back in 1,000 shares.
That guy's is called trading. But I didn't want to push the button, Gerald. It was so hard.
Remember the first time you were trying to tell me about bar trading? I was like, what are you talking about?
You got so stressed. You got mad at me.
Yeah, because I was like, did I miss something? I was like, one, I never saw this, and I was like, do other people in the Discord know? And I just don't know. I'm the only one missing this.
I
And
don't
I was
teach
just
it.
like,
Yeah, remember, because I tell people to wait, because almost every time, if it isn't close below the 20, it's not going below
yeah.
the
So I was just like, what the fuck? He's teaching other people things. I don't know this. And then you're like, no one knows about this. So I'm like, all right. And then you started showing me videos of the bar by bar. Like until those videos, I seriously thought you were making it all up. I was like, what is he doing?
He's going crazy at his old age.
And then you showed me the videos. I was like, oh wow, this is actually a thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of information out there on bar by bar. And you can incorporate, that's something you can add to the money flow. The money flow is just the stage of price movement. And so if you're in a stage 2, you could get out, get back in, get out, get back in, get out, and get back in, all on a stage 2. Because there's no reason to ride down the 3 red bars. So if it go, so it's bar by bar is just as simple. Now, obviously, you cannot do this strategy if you are doing anything else. You just can't, because you have very few seconds. I mean, right? It could be the next second is when you get out. And all it means is, let me clean this up. We have a jump off point here. Let's see. Well, let me clean this up. Let's take this in a little. So right there, you see the doji? I think everybody saw it. I don't put a lot of weight in dojis unless they're on an RSI extreme. But when you get a doji right on the 200,
yeah.
So see, there's a slight difference, right? So you say, oh, well, Gerald, you said ignore dojis if the RSI is not extreme. Yeah, you should. But when you have a key thing like the 200 here, and it had this previous resistance become support, isn't that the rule?
Yeah.
When some pushes past it, now this becomes support. So you get a doji right on support. Boom. And you said it just as it was happening.
Yeah.
Damn. See, that's bar by bar trading right there, man. The student becomes the teacher. Let's see. I like that. That's always great, man. I know a few times we've traded together. There's a bunch of times we've been trading just like, what are you doing? Why are you getting in? And I'm literally breaking the rules. And I do that a lot because I think I get a feel for something,
Yeah, or you give it time.
Yeah, and sometimes I will. Sometimes I'll jump in small, and because I see it building, I'm like, okay, no, this is the bottom. I'm like, well, 5 hasn't rolled. No, this is the bottom. And I'll start. But now what I do is I make myself go really small, really small. No more than 100 shares. If you're trying to, because I could see this here building this little what we had here. You could see it building. Could have got you here. Could have got you here. I'm out, by the way. Let's see. Ooh, and right back in, huh?
Yeah, I didn't get out.
Yeah. I didn't mean to, but it dropped under just ever so slightly. That's how sensitive I'm trading today. Best trader in the world, man. Already told myself. That's my theme song now.
I know.
Yeah. My wife's tired of hearing it.
Yeah. I bet.
Especially when I rap along with it. Okay, we're just now getting a stage 2 crossover on the 5-minute chart. So this could be a good update, and we could run all the way back to 72. That's 70 cents from here, right?
Yeah.
That's $700 on 1,000 shares.
I'm not selling until 71.70.
71. That's a bad strategy.
Just wait. Just put in my order and just don't look for the rest of the
Put in
day.
your order and go away. Barclays downgrades DuPont to sell equivalent. I'm not in DuPont, but I am in Dow. Dow has been undervalued my entire life. This is actually a couple different companies. I love this stock. Pays a big, fat, juicy dividend. Anytime it's under the 200, I build shares. Cisco, I think we could trim this down. I don't see this thing. I mean, I don't know. Who am I to say? I also didn't think Coca-Cola would run at a premium.
Right now, all the consumer staples are turning over.
Yeah. Remember I was saying that, last week?
Yeah, along with real estate and materials.
Right. Now, that's not I'm a genius. It's just I can see the cycles, and I do my homework every night, unlike most people. Let's see. Not saying you.
I know.
I assume you do yours. Other people. It's funny how many of my people I know and my friends don't actually do this. Did this change your trading?
Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
Because for
right?
a while, I didn't do it your way. I was doing it my own way. I was just writing what stock was in all my stocks, what stage it was in, and
Right,
then
I don't
forming
do
my
that.
buy list by that.
Right. And if the way I do it, I own 118 stocks. There's not 118 stocks on here.
Right.
Let's see. Are we coming down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to get back.
Yeah, I'm still in a half position.
What the only stocks I put on here are the stocks in play. So if you notice, most of the time these stage three, well, they're all stage threes, and I think there's some people were confused because they were like, why would you call this a stage three when?
Because it's extreme. It looks like a 2, but it's extreme. Like look at IBM. It's like a stage 2 runaway, but it's extreme.
Right. And this was actually CVS was one of them. Somebody was calling it a 3 in Telegram. If you're in my Telegram group.
Yeah, like CVS is. I mean, the RSI is extreme though on CVS.
Right. And they just didn't understand the way we do our homework is once the RSI goes extreme, we kind of assume it's about to go stage 3. And the only reason for having stage 3 on the board
is to take profits.
And so it allows you to look up. But also, if you look up on that board and you go, what do you notice just right off the bat? Cisco,
the dogs.
They're all dogs of the Dow. Right here.
Yeah, the dogs are rolling over, and real estate and utilities too, except the XLU, like Duke and AEP were almost stage 4s, except the XLU was not. Like, look at AEP.
Let's see. Yeah. American Electric Power.
And then Duke too, but then the XLU was still extreme. It was still one of the best performing sectors, but the stocks.
Now we trade the UTSL. Baby. 3X Utilities. Come on, man. Greatest trader alive. We were definitely buying this under. Anytime you get utilities underneath the 200, you got to be all over it. My log doesn't go back on the charts that far, but we were definitely buying. This is one of my favorite things to trade, though. I think you know that.
Yeah, and I feel like we were buying utilities in 2023 as well.
Oh, yeah. And so in the buy and hold, it's just been a steady. Anytime you get a stage 1 on a utility, you just buy some shares, 1 share, 2 share. You just do that the rest of your life. That's how I ended up with almost $100,000 in utility stocks. And I don't know if you noticed this, they're going straight up.
Yeah.
I would not buy them at all in here. I mean,
definitely not.
I have been adding the gut in our margin, but I'm going to keep it small.
I think it went down because they recently did the rights offering.
That's what I was thinking it was. And I just wanted some shares because I wanted shares buying me shares.
Yeah.
Now my fear is it does come down, but hey, what if utilities hold up? Hold on. Do I need to get out of here? What if utilities hold up and it plays catch up real fast? How amazing would that be?
Yeah, like the only reason it dropped was because the rights offering. So the rights offering is when they tell like the original owners, hey, we're dropping the price by like $1 or something, so that they can sell their shares and then get back in at the price it dropped at.
Yeah. I don't think their actual reason is to hook up their people, but I guess
Yeah, I don't know the whole meaning behind the rights offering.
yeah, it's usually they're going to offer more shares so they can raise money to buy more shit. But yeah, if they give you heads up, people start dumping it. Boom. I don't know. On my dividend stocks, I'm not as concerned with everyone else about
I'm back
the
in.
the price appreciation stuff. Um, I'm not as overly concerned with that because I want shares purchased for me by my shares, by my,
Yeah.
so I don't mind if I had a bunch here and it drops down and it's buying me shares because over time it's going to go higher. So it's just if I temporarily this year or for the next 2 years, it's red on my screen. It really doesn't matter when it comes to dividend investing. I'm trying to get
Yeah.
now that takes zero off the table. Okay, I'm assuming that's not going to zero when I say that. Where's UTSL or ULTY? Boy, I'm on this today.
Yeah, that's one of your favorite ones.
What was the dividend? It wasn't really until you started pushing it on me.
I'm going to look on the website. I pushed it on you?
No, I just mean
Oh,
you kept bringing it up.
112%.
Yeah, 112% is the yield. So we're getting about 10% a month on this thing. And it really hasn't
It's paying
done
on the
much.
20th
Right. So we have, I think, on the 19th.
this week to add, yeah.
Yeah. So
It
because
pays next week. So now
all
every Friday we're getting paid.
they're not on weekly too, is it?
No, but remember how they moved the funds into 4 different groups? So with YMAX and YMAG, you're still
Right.
getting paid. Like Friday, we're gonna get paid from Nvidia, Dips, Facebook, GDXY, Babo, JPMO, and Murni, along with YMAX and YMAG. So if you're in any of those, you're getting paid on Friday. Like I think you're in Murni, JPO,
Yeah.
JPMO, GDXY, the Facebook one, Dips is the inverse to Nvidia, and
What
then
is it?
Babo,
YMAX and what's the other one?
YMAG.
Oh, MAG. I don't know why I can never remember that. YMAG. YMAG is the Magnificent Seven. Man, if they keep lowering interest rates and the employment stays strong, I don't see how these stocks don't do anything but go up. I don't know if you guys know
Yeah.
that President Trump doesn't work there. Biden doesn't work at Facebook. So whoever wins, I mean, it's really just, I don't know. I would not put that as a big reason to get in or out of stocks. What matters, at the end of the day, what matters is what is the Federal Reserve doing? Pfizer, Merck, these are back on our radar.
Yeah, all the pharma and biotechs.
Okay. My computer locked up.
Yeah, your screen is like black with a little thing spinning.
Huh. You can still hear me though.
Yeah.
Yeah, my screen locked up. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen though, like Misty, MSTY, like despite Bitcoin, like that fund has ran. Like I'm back in the green in Misty.
Not sure what locked up here. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Wow. That was weird, man.
Yeah. Like, have you seen MicroStrategy, the yield max one, Misty?
Yeah, I'm in that. I wish I was in it bigger.
Yeah, I'm back in the green, like in all my accounts in that. But you see, it's like it's extreme RSI compared to like Bitcoin itself. Like MicroStrategy is doing better than Bitcoin. Than the Bitcoin.
And
Like it's
really,
doing better than Coney, it's a Bido and Ybit.
and it should, because it has the combination of being a Bitcoin proxy and an enterprise that makes money.
Yeah.
So it's like super Bitcoin. Yeah, look at this thing flying, dude. Gosh, bless.
So you know that dividend's gonna be $3-4 because since they changed the schedule, it's gonna be like 4, 5, 6 weeks before we got the last one. So I feel like it's gonna be higher since it ran so much. Remember when that Missy the first dividend came out, it was like $3 or $4.
Let me see this. Yep. Look at this. What's the dividend yield on Misty?
Let me see.
Let everybody know that since let me share a screen.
84.
84%
So
annually.
the first dividend was $4.12. It did have a dividend one time over $3. The last two were only $1 something.
Per share.
Yeah, per share. But now,
Each
because they
month.
changed the schedule, we're gonna have like 6 weeks in between the payment. Damn.
So the next one will be big.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Now the
Damn.
payments on this are huge, and some people don't own it because they don't like free money. So the stock is going up. Here's the stage one, and it has a almost 100% dividend yield, annual dividend yield. So it's between 8 and 10% a month it's paying. And look at these stage ones.
Yeah, and then it went from $19 to $27.
Right. And you could, I mean, that's just perpetual. I mean, that's infinite money, man. I can't understand why more people aren't on these, dude. It blows my mind. What are you guys doing all day? What are you doing? What are people doing that they're not thinking about this? What could you possibly be doing that sounds better than 100% annual dividends? There's no reason to work if you're getting dividends like this. I mean, if these funds keep going and they stay functional, having a job is dumb. Like your time can be so much better doing what you want to do, man.
People got to wrap their head around that. People aren't just going to quit.
But how can you run out and finance a car? But the thought of financing this scares you.
It's just how society conditioned us.
That's what it is. Because everyone on here will run out and buy a car. Man, they'll spend $5,000 to go on a trip. They'll eat $100 steak dinner and don't have $100 in yield max funds. I can't get it. I don't understand it, man. Especially if you know me. Everyone, there's several people here. They've been to my fucking house. They've sat with me. They see evidence. They see I have I have all these things, and yet they'll still not do it.
It's crazy.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. It is crazy. Michael's in here. He's not in our margin thing. I'm scared. But I'm going to buy Chinese stuff from Walmart and throw it in the trash.
Oh, check out my new phone case.
Uh-oh. Nice. Clarity doesn't have one. But yeah, most of the people in here are. I'm just trying to beg the last of my poor friends to join us. Now, obviously, if they stop work, you got to do this with risk money, okay? To me, this is how I looked at these yield max. I think from the very beginning, I'm starting a business. I'm in the business of collecting money. That's my business. And so all I got to do is just spread the money around to different ones. So while Misty's going up right now, there's some that have been going down.
Like Facebook, FBY could be trimmed too.
So look at this one. The dividend yield.
Your chart's not on the screen.
Oh shit! Sorry. This one, yeah. So if you're in Meta, well, this one is in Meta. You know, the dividend yield's not as high on this one. And if you're more risk adverse, you got to tier it. You know, you got to learn the strategy that the way we're doing it with margin, I think. So look at this on Cornerstone. Look at the RSI. That's not good.
No, that's why I haven't been buying CLM.
Now, if we get look at that. So if you kind of notice a pattern here, come on. Let's see. If you notice, it takes a little while from the time that it goes extreme. You see how it kept going?
Mm-hmm.
Same over here. It got extreme right around here, but it kept going.
It's barely been extreme on the 7.
Right. So
I mean the 14.
Yeah, 14. So it could keep going for a bit here, a few weeks, which would make sense. The market kind of probably be due for a correction here before too much longer. Where's the 5-day right or 5 minute?
Yeah, I'm out of the trade right now.
Damn. Well, I think that's about all we got. There is some stuff up in these areas that are flooded that could, but the stock market seems pretty mute to it. I think I think the only thing the stock market cares about right now is interest rates
and the presidential election.
Yeah, I think that's
and the war and like a possible World War III.
Yeah, and that seems heavy, right?
Yeah, but my brother was watching a video. He's like, "Oh, I just saw a video that they're saying it was their recession coming," and then he's like, "It's a Robert Kiyosaki video." I was like, "Dude, go to his videos from a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't know what happened to him, but he turned into fear mongering for like headlines."
Yeah,
he's always preaching that. So I was like, "Dude, why are you watching that guy?"
Yeah. All you gotta do is go watch those guys. And anytime I see those videos, like you said, go back and look at a year ago and 2 years ago.
They're saying the same thing.
Same shit. They're always saying the market's going to crash. Truth is, the market only goes up. So if you run into a perma bear, you just cannot listen to anything they say.
And then someone posted in the Discord like a chart or like an infographic that a bear market lasts around 9 months and an average bull market is 3.4 years.
Yeah, and that has shrunk big time. When I was in, it used to be 4 to 4.5 years when I first started trading, and a downturn lasted 18 months. Everything is so fast now that even the downturns don't last as long, but they're very rapid and fast. I mean, the descension is very fast. So it'll take 4.5 years to build your account up, and then it'll all drop in like a month.
Yeah.
But you got to be prepared for that, and that's a great thing about dividends is now you have this machine that can buy you shares, or I was trying to explain this yesterday, and hopefully the video I did helped a little. I keep trying to explain. Everyone is very confused about on the margin dividend investing. What percentage? And I think when they're saying percentage, in my opinion, they're saying percentage wrong. It is how much money do you have in the account and what is your available withdrawal? And your available withdrawal should be about 30% of your balance, unless you're pushing it hot. If the market is going up and you use your brain, you could take on more risk. If the market is going down, you want to take on less risk. Pretty simple.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And right now the market's going up. So I would be as risk on as I could be and sleep just fine, which I'm all in. Plus I borrowed a bunch. Millions, actually. So yeah, that's you're going to have a hard time getting wealthy, guys, if you don't borrow money. I know there's the Dave Ramsey camp. Everybody wants to be debt free, but that's for dumbasses.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be debt free from consumer debt,
Yes.
but not debt that's making you rich, not like
Right.
rental debt.
Yes. There are no rich people that did it with cash, unless you just make an exorbitant sum of money. If you're making $500,000 a year, yeah, invest $250 a year, you're going to get rich pretty quick. But everybody else out here, the working man, they're trying to put onto them, all the financial strategies is to be debt free. And yes, cars, student loans, the best, all that stuff. If you can get debt free, it's great. But if you want debt, that'll pay you. And that's one thing that Robert Kiyosaki does talk about in his book. The Cash Flow Quadrant was really excellent. But then when I listen to him speak, it's just like, wow.
Yeah, that's what I was telling my brother. I was like, I don't know what happened, because he wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad, then the quadrant book you just said,
Yeah.
and then now he's just like turned to fear mongering.
You know what makes me think? I don't think he wrote it, man. or he paid someone to write it.
Or like
something.
he just completely sold out to be a fear monger.
It sells books. What would happen, you think, if I come on and I start telling everybody, fuck that, dude, I'm out?
Yeah.
You're going to see some people, not a lot of people, but some people are going to get out with me. Or if I wrote a book called The Coming Collapse, we would probably sell more of that book than we have the Money Flow book.
Yeah, because people are scared.
There's people that don't want to join Discord. They don't want to buy the Money Flow book.
And then if you tell them a book about if you give them a book about margin, they're like, oh, that's too good to be true. But if it's like some scary failure of the economy or something, they're all over it.
In a second, people will send me conspiracy theory videos, and then I'm like, hey, have you seen my margin strategy? Oh, man, I ain't got time for all that. But yeah, there is something about fear. I don't know. Maybe I need to do it more. Maybe I need to. I did it with Celsius. Everybody got mad at me, man. I don't know. Chris Johnson and Michael, they didn't like my.
They didn't?
No, I don't. I'm sure Michael was kidding. Chris sent me a arm strength emoji. He's too rich to spend a lot of time replying. He's too rich, man. When you get certain rich, you can't even type for yourself. Like Gucci says, man, I don't even come out of the house for free. I don't even type for free. Somebody else types for me, man. I'm so rich, I can't even respond to comments. Not me. I'm not that rich yet. Chris Johnson's so rich, he got somebody to respond to comments for him.
Yeah, a lot of people have that.
Clarity's going to be such a big comedian. He won't even write his own jokes, man. They'll just hand it to him on a piece of paper. Then he'll get on stage and just read them. I personally respond to every text, every DM, everything, because I assume you're wanting to talk to me. I play around with this AI bot, but that's just me playing around. So if you get a stupid answer, it's probably the AI bot. And I've been kind of watching what he says and that kind of stuff. Man, I think that's it. I'm in this trade. I'm going to go day trade.
Yeah, I'm going to add some Ulti.
I'm going to add the Ulti today. I told you I'm taking that bad boy up. I'm putting on some risk today. I'm going to put on more than I should. I'm going all fuck in today. The little bit left that I have. I'm never all in because I put money in every day. I hear that a lot from people. I'm all in. We'll put in another $10. But I am. I'm putting some serious coinage on that one. There's a couple of them that I'm fixing to do. But I'm going to borrow the money to do it. So
you're putting it in. You said ULTY and Coney.
Yeah, where's ECC today?
But I think it broke out on Friday. But the Coney is 100% margin.
Coney I'll do in my one that's a cash.
Okay.
What was we just? Oh, Ybit might be a play here.
Yeah, Ybit and Bido and Coney.
I'm heavy in Bido, but you know what? Bido seems to be doing better and paying better and actually tracking the price of Bitcoin. Don't you think? I think Bido could be the best Bitcoin proxy out there. I mean, look at this chart. It barely broke above the. We're back above.
This chart's not on the screen?
Is it not on the screen? I'm sorry. Hold on. So here's Bitcoin. Now, I got in. You saw, right? I got in Sunday night with futures contracts.
Yeah.
Right. Now we're up. It's almost like I know what was going to happen. So trying to buy 5 Bitcoins, we're up But I was buying nanos. So if we would have bought a full 5 Bitcoin, man, we'd be up $5,000. Just like that overnight. Bam.
Damn.
But I don't want to learn how to use the futures contracts. I put a little video in Discord on the futures contracts with Coinbase.
In the Money Flow Gang only videos?
Yeah. So I've been doing more of those, guys. Every Wednesday night, by the way, I'm gonna cover charts inside of Discord from 8 to 9. First 5 minutes, I'm gonna do the win. I got a little pattern that I'm gonna do. I can't cover all the charts in that short of time, so each time I'm just gonna start in a different location and then just burn through charts. I enjoyed doing that the other day. It will not be recorded. If you can't be there, I don't give a fuck. I'm there. That's how we're going to do that. Constantly saving and recording things for people. I get its convenience, but it kind of creates a sense of laziness. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't have to be anywhere. I can just do everything when I feel like it. No, you can't. So there we go. We're in the green now. If Avery said she loved the live. I appreciate that, Avery. I just think that adds a little value to Discord, and I don't have to sell shit because everyone in there is already in Discord. So I like doing
Right. You can just
relax.
say what is. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have to constantly be thinking about, buy this, push this, because I do like to pay for everything, and it shit costs money. On my end, Discord costs. On my end, putting out those podcasts, I spend almost $2,000 a year putting out podcasts that people listen to for free and don't bother fucking leaving a comment. But that aside, takes a lot of money to put out all the stuff that we put out. So that's one reason that I'm always trying to get people to buy books so that I could pay for the goddamn stuff. Pretty much.
Does Discord charge you to have a Discord?
Yeah, for the way I do it, yeah. And for the podcast, I spend almost $2,000 a year on podcasts, not counting the time and equipment that it takes. I don't know if you know this, but trying to learn how to live stream and connect everything inside Discord, Twitter, Zoom, StreamYard, they're all different. Oh, and then you want to stream on Instagram. You're 30-year-olds on here that they're not on all these platforms like I am, and they don't know how to use them. But I have to stay up on all these platforms. That shit takes time, bro. Like, lots of time. That's why I don't have any people. I just didn't have time, Gerald. Do you know how stupid that sounds to me? It doesn't work. That only works on your mom. If you tell your mom you're busy, she'll be like, "Oh, baby, you should relax and rest." When they say it to me, I'm like, "Bro, you need to grow up. Better grow up, man."
Yeah.
Give a shit about your time.
And then what about the Robotaxi day?
Oh, Robotaxi's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Where is Tesla right now?
Looks like
we got big plays on Tesla right now. Woo! Looks like it wants to roll over, Jess.
Yeah, that's what I just saw.
Damn. Wasn't fooling last time either. Man, we may have to cut some of this back.
That's what I was just thinking about cutting my Tesla. Not all of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you cut half, you talking about Tesla as in TSL?
No, sorry, Tesla, TSLL.
Yeah, TSLL. Okay. I mean, if we cut half and it gets smashed, then that obviously, and I think.
But I didn't want to cut it in half and it do well, and then.
But you still make half.
Yeah.
So half is usually a win either way, but it's kind of like laying up, right? It's kind of
to me, it's worth the risk on Thursday if it goes down.
Right.
Because if it goes up, I feel the return's going to be better than the loss.
And to be honest, I took some off on that doji there.
Yeah, we did.
So, because we were in these leverage funds, we've been trying to hit the leverage funds a little sooner. Oh man, do you see this runaway we got going?
Yeah.
Damn, Daddy's in a big position too. I'm in a full position here.
What's that?
500 shares.
500's for Big Daddy only.
Yeah, but I said I was going to do 400. No, 300 was going to be my limit. But you see how well I listen to myself.
Yeah, I think
already
that
told
Skylar was
myself.
doing that last week. He was only doing 100 because he was just went live, but then he did 500 a couple times.
Dude, if you do that on an account where you have 25 grand in there, man, you can eat a loss on 500 shares. Because when you take a $200 or $300 loss and you only got 25,000,
Yeah, and I
that's a
doubt
1%
his
hit.
money's tied up yet. I don't think his money's tied up in dividends
Yeah,
like ours.
that's a 1% hit. I mean, that's a big hit, man. The good thing about the way we do it is we are I'm out, by the way. We are collecting dividends. So inside of my day trading account, I collect over 6,000 a month in dividends. All I'm trying to do is pay that damn interest bill. And then if we talked about this before, if I make $1, right? If we make $1 day trading, that dollar buys $2 of UTSO or UST
CLM.
ULT.
Yeah.
It buys $3 of CLM. Now CLM pays 17% dividend yield. $1 will buy 3. So that's like buying 16% 3 times, guys. And you're only paying 8-9% interest. And I don't care what the interest is because I'm going to make it day trading. So what if I collect $6,000 in dividends and then I make a couple thousand trading? That couple thousand in trading will buy 6,000 to 7,000 in dividends. Oh, and I collected 6 to 7. All of a sudden now it's like I'm investing 10 to 15,000 a month in the market. Anyway, I'm gonna work on that. We're trying to figure out how to write it all up and explain it.
It's definitely for sophisticated traders, experience.
Yes, people like me. But by that just means you need to know the basics, I kind of got onto one guy and I wasn't getting on. I was just saying, hey, bro, you should know that if you're in this channel. And
well, I think he was just asking.
I know, just off the top, and I was just using that as an example for everyone else. You should
he
know.
was just asking if something dripped at the nav in Swab or something.
Yeah, I think he was asking how to do it. Click buttons.
Yeah, I don't really.
Yeah, I may have misunderstood it.
Yeah, I think he was just asking if one of the funds dripped at the nav.
Oh, so yeah, maybe I misunderstood him. I have a whole list of funds that drip at the nav. I posted them in Discord. And what that means, guys, when they buy, you get it cheaper. So they'll pay the share price may be at $7.20, but when they pay the dividend, they're going to give it to you at $6.40. So at the open, you're automatically up that much. Bam, dude. I'll send you my last payout. I think I made $40 on CLM and like $30-something on just free money on top of the dividend.
Yeah, from the drip at the nav.
And the kid that showed me, his drip at the navs are $300 and $400 a pop. So on top of the crazy fast $5,000 dividend he's getting, he also gets it below the price, and then instantly it comes up. So he's making.
Where do you see the difference in E-Trade?
Yeah, so go in. Yeah, so watch. I'll pull it up so people can see. I'll have to watch over here. Ooh, down. Let's pull up margin here. This number is always wrong. This day's realized gains, always wrong. I don't know what it is. Okay, so we come over here to CLM, click it.
Okay.
It's going to show you all of your payments. So what was the last one? 925, right? No. 10-3 we got paid, right?
Yeah, it's weird. Mine aren't even in order.
No, they're not in order.
Okay, so yeah, 10-3.
Yep. And if you look,
Mine
they
dripped at 7-13. Oh no.
mine. Yeah. Price paid was $713.99.
Oh, okay. That's the drip.
Yeah. So that's what they gave you the shares for. So I got 60 shares at $7.13. That instantly, when the market opened, went up, because if you look at where's the fund at? CLM. $7.75. So when they paid over here, they were paying you at this price down here.
Yeah.
So it
okay.
instantly went up. So the dividend itself has increased by $37 since they gave
and that
me.
offsets like you buying CLM when it's past the buy point.
Right. This is what people aren't understanding. You got to get the trader out of their head.
Yeah.
You got to remove the trader out of your head when you get into this margin dividend investing. You are not fucking trading your way to make this money. The money's coming to you free. All trading's going to do is damn money. So now we can use our trading skills for sure, right? Like, I'm not saying we're not going to use our trading skills. Are you back? No, we shouldn't be in. Right?
Yeah, I'm in.
Are you? Should we be in? Not really.
Probably not.
Yeah. Man. So, well, we talked enough about the margin. If you're in I'm putting some more and more classes on the margin. I'm going to do a little video on what I just showed, huh? And I'll put it in there to show people. So if they understand what it really means to drip at the NAV, that the free money. I need to do it right as they pay, and then when it opens the next day, they can see it instantly. But I can still look at the day. I can find out where it was at that day, and you can see it. But that right there has already added another $100 to the dividend just because of the drip. I mean, it did for me. So
yeah, it's like it's like a 401k match. It's like free money.
It's like free money. The other thing that I'm working on is I'm really looking at all the inverse.
Like dips, crush, and fiat.
What was the ones that you said? Yeah, crush is one.
Dips for NVIDIA, and then fiat for coin.
What is that? What's the ticker?
FIAT.
FIAT. Oh, fiat. Whenever they came up with those names, it seems I can't believe a car company didn't have fiat, and I can't believe dips.
But isn't fiat? Yeah, fiat is like regular money.
Yeah, isn't that a regular fund? Yeah, that's not a. Is that an inverse?
It is for Coinbase.
So dips is for NVIDIA short.
Yeah.
And Coinbase is fiat. Okay, fiat money. Duh, I get it.
Yeah. Now you get it.
Yeah. So we only have a few of these. We don't have any inverses. Isn't there one for the QQQ?
Yeah, YQQQ.
YQQ. And that's the only one Defiance has, I think. Or no, that's Yield Max.
Yeah, it's Yield Max.
What was do we know the yield on that?
Which one?
On this YQQQ. Let me.
27%. 27.17%.
Oh, that ain't even worth fucking with, dude. Not on these, right?
Nah.
Oh, here you go, guys. How to place an options trade. There you go. Now you know all you need to know.
Yeah, dips though. I kind of like the dips one, the inverse of NVIDIA. That one's 86.
And then crush.
Yeah, crush.
Might be the time to pick that up going into this.
Yeah, crush is a stage 1.
Dude, it's breaking out.
104.
On the yield?
Yeah, distribution rate.
On crush?
Yes.
No shit.
Like if you looked at the dividend, it was almost as much as Tesla's on Friday.
Wow, this could be a play to protect against.
Yeah, I have it here as a stage 1 along with dips.
Wow, that's kind of interesting, huh?
But let's see what I know E-Trade for NVIDIA, it's 100% margin.
That's what I was gonna say. Is this thing crazy margin? I was gonna.
So dips is 50, Nvidia is 100, which is crazy. So dips is 50, Crush is 50,
What?
Tesla's 50. What's the other one? Coney.
The
Coney's 100. Fiat is 100. So
okay.
dips and Crush and Tesla are 50.
What about YYQQ?
Uh-oh. 50.
I mean, really? I mean, it may be worth playing it as it'll appreciate and pay you in a sell-off, right?
Yeah, like I like the Crush chart. It's breaking out.
Yeah. Yeah, the Crush chart looks good. That may be one to pick up today. If we get a nice sell-off in the cars. If Elon blows it, this thing could not fly, but it could go up for if you got something going up when other things are going down and it pays you a dividend. I mean, come on, right?
Yeah, like Crush just paid, but
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not even showing it. So here it is, stage 2 breakout. This goes opposite of Tesla, and the dividend yield is about 100%. Now, you could say, well, why don't you just buy both? And you could.
You could. I
don't know if you're going to get the appreciation like you think you will, because remember, whenever a stock pays a dividend, this has showed me that a lot of people really didn't know about dividends who thought they did, because they start panicking about the erosion. And it's like, yeah, if this pays $1 dividend, it's going to open up down $1 tomorrow. That's how dividends work. It comes off the value of the company, because it left the company's balance sheet and it's now on your balance sheet. So it lowered the value of the company. So the stock goes down or the fund goes down. Well, these are so goddamn big. You're just constantly having erosion. That's hard for people to understand.
Yeah, that's why you got to reinvest some of the dividends or buy it on X dividend day or when it falls.
That's what Jay says. Jay says you should be putting 10 to 15, maybe 20, depending on how aggressive you are, 20% of your dividends right back into share purchases. Now, I don't, personally, I wouldn't do it up here. I mean, I would wait for stage 1s and then I would look to add to them. That's how they're going to work. That's how you buy and hold triple leverage funds, is you have to add on stage 1s to make up for the price erosion. We'll see. And other things you can't account for is, remember I told you when I took $3,600, I got paid that week and I took all $3,600 and I bought MPW because it was like $3 a share, and I was able to buy 1,000 shares of MPW with my yield max fund. Then if you go look, it's run up to $5 and $6. So I was able to double those dividends. How does that factor into the price erosion?
Yeah, it does.
And then now I got a bigger dividend from MPW, and I can take that and I can buy stage 1s in yield max.
Yeah, it's really hard to quantify. Plus, the funds are new, and it's like, don't you need to hold an investment for 3 or 4 years to actually like get a good tracking of it?
Oh no,
like
2-3 weeks. 2-3 weeks. Most people they figure they're.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But these funds, yeah, exactly. These funds haven't even been a year. Some of them have been a year and a half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I was holding, like as we talked about earlier, I was holding them for 6 months before I talked to anybody in the group. Like I built, and then once I went public with it, I immediately pushed in all the money that I had. I went completely broke, and I've got over 100,000 invested in yield max, and they're like, well, do the fucking math on that. That's 70,000 a year in returns. I only need this shit to last a couple years, and I'm in the green. I don't know if you know this. Most restaurants don't last that long. The average business lasts. You got a very large percentage chance of going out of business in the first 2 years. So this is no different than starting a business. That's how I look at it. It's close to paying all my bills. You get yield max paying all your bills. Come on, man. Code. And you're working? Come on, man. But I'm scared, Gerald. All right, we're running up here. So I'm in the green. I'm going to take all this money that I make today, and I'm buying ULTY. And I'm getting 2 for 1 of 100% yield. Come on, man. So I need to make about 500 today so I can buy a big chunk. I'm gonna try to put about $3,000 into it this week. Take me to 1,000 shares. Yeah, he said Yield Max covers his daughter's daycare. That's the first thing I did in my mind to make this work is my valet parking, which I'm stupid every time I say this. My valet parking at my house in New Orleans, it costs $300 a month. Or you could try to park on the street like a retard. I can't do that anymore. It's just not where I just
No.
want.
No.
You know
It's
what I mean?
too much stress there. You gotta be moving your car when they
Too
clean.
much.
Absolutely not. That's when you pay for convenience.
Yes, I'll
There's
cut some
no way.
Yeah. You just walk in, I hand my man my keys, and I say, "What's up, bro?" And they say, "Hey, man, how's YouTube?" Man, you know, what's up? I give them a stock pick, hand them $5 and keep walking. And I got a whole crowd now. Everywhere I go, they ask for a stock pick. And it's great when they make money on it because they see you coming and it spreads. You're the kind of guy when you walk in the room, you can just give people money.
Yeah.
That makes it nice. But anyway, in my mind, I said, okay, I'm going to pay this bill regardless. So 2 years of it is $7,000. And I put $7,000 into Tesla. And I've had that same 7 in there and I've added to it over time. Well, my payment this month was $803. Oh, that more than covers valet. So I get free valet. That's how I see it. Not only do I get free valet, I get free other things. So I'm going to try to get this Ulti to where it pays my I do have one mortgage down there, so that's what I'm thinking, trying to get it to that. It's just little games you can play in your head, even though you're probably not using that exact money for that.
Yeah, not in the moment.
Yeah. So when I go back down there, though, this time I'm going to switch. I'm actually going to switch the card that I'm using to pay for it to where it comes right out of my trading account. I don't even have to think about it.
Yeah, you're not even thinking about it.
Any of the weird convenient shit that this is stupid. Why are we even paying for this? I'm going to put that shit on there. That's what I'm thinking.
That's a good idea.
That way I don't have to hear about that. And you're making the money doing other things. And so your trading can directly improve the quality of your life, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. You be good. Oh, you can get a debit card and a check card. I wrote a check for my truck right out of my E-Trade account. Now you want to talk about hurting. The whole time I'm sitting there thinking I should not write this check, but I don't have truck payments. So that's kind of nice. Now, if we'd have had Yield Max and all this, I don't know. I might have made the payments. I might have said, here, take it out of this account. Because $45,000 in Ulti pays $4,000 a month. Take the car payment out of that. So instead of giving that guy a check for $45,000, I could have just put that $45,000 into Ulti. I'm losing the money either way. Either way, that money's gone.
Yeah.
So if I would have put it into there, I'd be getting $4,000 a month payments. The only way that works is you don't go below the $4,000. You know, you got to let it make the payment and then the rest build up.
Yeah, you got to let it compounding.
So this Yield Max and Defiance and some of these other have actually kind of changed the way that I see debt a little bit. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if it's for everyone, but it really is for me as I think and I look. I mean, I told you I was having a hard time giving the guy the $28,000 for the roof.
Yeah.
You can put $28,000 in Ulti and, hey, let me holler at you. Could I pay you every month? The payment on that would be big, man.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
Be huge, but I know he wants his money, so you know. Anyway, I'm out. I appreciate you coming on, just hopefully everybody gets something out of this.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. We go live every Monday and Friday. We try to go at 8. At 8 o'clock gets hard. Especially for me on Mondays. Monday's my big work day, so I stay up. I'm sure it is for Jess too, trying to do homework, get it on the board, get it published. Go hit the QR code if you're not on our email list, see what stocks we're looking at. We got the baby again. Let me show the baby again. He was great. He didn't cause no commotion.
Yeah, she was good, but the boy, you hear him crying?
Yeah, big baby, huh? How old is the boy?
They're twins. They just turned 1 a couple days ago.
Oh, they're both. The girl's
Yeah,
bigger, huh?
he's bigger. He's like 36 pounds. He's huge Frenchie. But
Look
he's
at those
all muscle.
ears. Look at those ears, man. They're huge.
Yeah, his chest is ripped and he has a little 6-pack.
He's ripped. Well, he fights all day, right? Right? He's like a cage fighter.
Yeah, they're always wrestling.
Yeah, he's like imagine if we lived wrestling, fighting. Yeah,
Yeah.
it would definitely. I watched a dog the other day jump a fence on back in, and this fence, it would have been the equivalent of me and you like jumping like 18 feet straight in the air. I mean, this dog went boom over that fence. All right, Jess, appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yep. All right, guys, hit the QR code. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go out and watch this TQQ for just a second here. I'm in this trade and I probably shouldn't have been. Let's get out and see what happens.
I love you. I actually do love you. You're a success. I've never seen anybody that reaches that age. I mean, I'm not talking about somebody that's in extreme poverty or pain.
7150 is the target here.
They have a lot of people that love them that is other than happy. And I've seen some very, very wealthy people that they give testimonial letters to and name schools after and everything. Nobody loves it. By far the best investment you can make is in yourself. I mean, that, for example, communication skills. I tell those students that they're going to graduate schools and business, and they're learning all these complicated formulas, all that. If they just learn to communicate, both in writing and in person, they increase their value at least 50%. Now, I mean, you can't communicate. Somebody says, it's like winking at a girl in the dark. Nothing happens, basically. And you have to be able to get forth your ideas, and that's relatively easy. I did it myself with the Dale Carnegie course. Some people wish I'd taken a shorter course now in terms of my talking later on, but it's just hugely important. And if you invest in yourself, nobody can take it away from you. I mean, and the second thing, which I'll get a certain criticism for not living it, but I do tell those students, that if I give you a car, it'll be the only car you get the rest of your life. You take care of it like you can't believe it. You scratch and fix that moment. You read the owner's manual. You keep a garage, do all these things. And you get exactly one mind and one body in this world. And
adding
you
shares.
Take care of it when you're 50. By that time, you're all rusted out if you haven't done anything. So you should really make sure that you just remember that you just got one mind and body to get through life with and to do the most good. Well, life advice is, the most important thing, aside from the things I've talked about, is really who you associate with. You want to associate with people that are better than you are. I mean, basically, you'll go in the direction of the people that you associate with. And you want to have the right heroes. You want people, if you want to emulate somebody, you better pick very carefully who you want to emulate. And when obviously you can't pick your parents. They're going to have enormous influence on you, but you don't get a choice.
This thing ain't moving, man.
Choices as you go down the line, and who you admire, who you want to copy, and the most important